Jackson Radio Show.
Welcome, everybody. Kevin Jackson here. It's the Kevin Jackson Show. KJRadio.com. It's where you can contact us. 844-551-8255. Barack Obama called Donald Trump a threat to our democracy. Can you believe that? The sitting president of the United States, duly elected by millions of people, over 60 million folks, and the former president, the community organizer, failed attorney, failed state rep, failed senator, failed president, calls Donald Trump a threat to the democracy. The same Barack Obama, who's done nothing successful in life except sell the concept of Barack Obama, the Barack Obama who used the intelligence community to target Donald Trump, calls him a threat to democracy. I want you to think about everything that Barack Obama and his band of minions did in order to thwart this election. Yet we look at the Russians. It's become a joke, this whole Russian thing. And we're going to get into the Manafort stuff in a bit because Manafort's fighting back. I don't blame him. And you'll hear clips about this Manafort thing that'll have you scratching your head because you'll go, this makes no logical sense. But anyway, what we're dealing with here is a president who issued a FISA order to look into a presidential candidate that he dismissed, that he said with his own mouth, he's never going to be president. You recall this? Barack Obama assured the leftists in America, as he joked, that Trump would never be president. Do we have that clip?
President Obama will go down as perhaps the worst president in the history of the United States! Exclamation point at real Donald Trump. Well, at real Donald Trump, at least I will go down as a president.
So if I were Mueller, I'd be looking into how Barack Obama had so determined that Donald Trump would never be president of the United States. Is he looking into that? Yeah. Anyway, welcome back, everybody. Kevin Jackson here. It's the Kevin Jackson Show. I love looking at these clips of Obama and his just the bombastic nature of this man. And he's so full of himself. Just cracks me up to I mean, we review these clips from time to time. There was one where he called Donald Trump a BSer. Do you guys remember that? Yeah, he said Donald Trump is a BSer. We have the clip. Let's play that. You got that one? Let's play it.
People Cover story is going inside the Obama's new life post-White House and revealing what the former First Lady and President really think about the current Trump administration. In the issue out Friday, the Obama's inner circle described their reaction as, quote, shock and awe. And two friends who spoke to Obama tell People that he described his election night conversation with Trump as him saying, quote, he's nothing but a BSer. And another friend close to Obama says, quote, Barack's deeply concerned with what he's seen, but he's also optimistic and heartened that citizens aren't just watching it happen, but engaging with elected representatives at town halls.
Yeah, Donald Trump is a BSer. He doesn't tell it like it. Let me tell you something. What do I tell you guys all the time? I tell you the left tell you who they are by what they call you. See, here's the thing. If you're a BSer, I don't really care. Most conservatives. So let's say you got a guy, he's full of crap. And somebody comes up and you're like, hey, what do you think about so-and-so? You usually just go, hey, whatever. He's an interesting guy. The reason why you say things like that is because you go, I'm not going to get into the mix of who are you or what do you think. It's rare that a conservative will tell you flat out, avoid that dude like the plague. Like there are a couple of people in this industry. There's a lady that comes on TV, or I'll just give you her first name. It's Dr. Gina. And she's the most full of crap conservative I've ever met in my life. Started out as a PR person working for me and worked harder on her own PR than she did for me. Trying to elevate herself, using anybody and everybody. pathologically so. She's a sociopath. And I'm not even exaggerating it. And she's one of the only people, if you ask me point blank who she is, I tell you who she is. Other than that, I go, hey, interesting person. You might like them, blah, 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 because I don't really care. For me to try to torpedo them, it's like, why? It's not even worth my time. So I usually go, you might find them interesting. Now, the reason why I say that is because, and I never do this intentionally. I've learned this over time. I've often said the things that I believe, and I think that this is just a human thing. You say subconsciously what it is you think you are. I believe I'm interesting. So I usually go, and I never noticed this. I'm being very honest with you. I never noticed it until I would say, leftists tell you who they are. Then it made me wonder, well, do we tell people who we are? So I wonder, what was my response? What's been my response when people, what do you think about so-and-so? I go, hey, man, you got to make up your own mind. But, hey, he's an interesting guy. And I leave it at that. Because maybe that's how I view myself. It's kind of a mirror. And so here's Barack Obama telling you Trump's a BSer. Let me think about the ramifications of a guy who's so full of crap, Barack Obama, having the nerve to say of a man who has made himself into a multi-billionaire icon, as well known as Barack Obama around the world. Trump, for decades, has been one of the most well-known names and brands. For decades. Prior to 2004, nobody knew who Barack Obama was. He had his little stint with fame through 2016, most of which from 2008 to 2016 wasn't good for his reputation. And now he wants to say, at post-election, Trump's a BSer. He BS'd his way into the public's eye, iconic TV show, iconic brand, iconic resorts and things like this, and then against all odds becomes president, and he says he's a BSer. Donald Trump said, I'll build a wall. He's going to build a wall. Donald Trump said, I'll save carrier and I'll do much better. I'll lower unemployment. I will spur business. What's he done? Exactly that. They told you the stock market would crater. If Donald Trump was elected, we're all going to die. It was doom and gloom. Donald Trump was president-elect, the stock market soared. And it's soared ever since, setting records after record on top of records, outperforming even gold for a bit. What else? He's looked at foreign policy and taken a hard stance on that. Just came back from the UN, probably one of the only presidents in the history of this country. And I don't know what Reagan said to the UN, so I can't speak for him. But one of the only ones that went there and said, America first. And by the way, it's okay if you want to be first. We won't hold it against you. Germany, Spain, Portugal, France, whatever. You want to be number one? Go for it. Game on, baby.
This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.